Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I guess good for whatever time you're watching this. My name is George Hellwood, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. So I'm trying to navigate into new things. I have a podcast, check it out. I think it's pretty good. But I also want to be able to talk about other stuff as well. So here we go. It's not very often that I get an empty house. So I'm trying to currently take advantage of having the empty space for a few hours. Apologies, I feel like my boiler's really loud in the background, but I feel like because I'm hypersensitive with sound, I don't know if that's just because I can hear it or I don't know. Anyway, so today I want to talk about the things that I wish I knew about Grindr when I was 18. I'm 24. Grindr is referred to as a dating app for queer men that go under the reference of being gay, bisexual, trans, queer, closeted, discreet, DL, men that want to interact with other men. Before I would have a conversation about the things that I wish I knew when I was 18 and if it would have affected the way that I partaked in the app, and let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I wish I had have known about Grindr when I was 18, not many people on the app want to have a relationship. And I feel like I came out when I was 18 years old. And I feel like when you're 18 and when you're quite fresh, because a lot of people have a high school romance, like those type of puppy type of love things. That wasn't a thing for me, really. I mean, I had one little thing when I was 17, but I don't really count it. Big up her though. But yeah, not many people want relationships on the app, and I think when you've got that lack of experience and naivety, you think this is the gateway. This is the way in which I can find someone, and I think I kind of engaged in the behaviour, which I didn't want to because I thought I don't really know how else to have a gateway or how to partake in the community. And I remember I'd meet not meet really, but I would talk to guys who I thought were cool or cute or whatnot, and we'd be having a decent conversation for a while. And then it would just be very much oh, do you want to come to my house? Do you want to come do that? Do you want to come do this? And obviously, realistically, not always, but more than not, if you want to actually know someone for knowing someone, you wouldn't go to their house from the jump, would you? You'd go on a date or something. But yeah, no, I think I wish I had had more education, or had more knowledge on what to expect and to be made aware that it's not really a dating app. It's, do you know what I mean? I've made friends from it, but I wouldn't say I've had a strong romantic connection with longevity. It's always been short term and very minimal. So yeah, my second point is fetishism is alive and real. Oh my god, I have never been exposed. Do you know, I have never been exposed to so much fetishism. I never say it right. Fetishism like I have on Grindr. Jesus Christ, I don't think I even knew it was a thing before Grindr. I feel like if I hadn't have had Grindr, I don't have the app anymore, by the way. But I feel like if I hadn't had Grindr, I may have never been exposed to it. But oh my god, it is literally crazy. There are people that will be oh, bet you've got a BBC. Anyone can figure that out easily. Oh, I love light-skinned men. I love chocolate men. I love brown men. I love black men. And I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm just thinking, I want someone to like me for me. I don't. Obviously, it's quite a selfish app in the sense that if you're attractive, we talk to you and we tap you and we message you, and if you're not, we don't. But yeah, no, it's mad the way that people move, and they make it so apparent and are so vocal about how they feel about a preference for black people or for people of colour. Is just pure madness, to be honest. And I feel like it kind of made me take it as a compliment. I think I used to be like, oh my god, like this guy likes me or wants me because I'm black, because I'm mixed race, you know. And it's actually, and now it's very much like, well, no, someone should like me because I'm a cool person and I've got good things to bring to the table, and do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I want to be seen and liked and admired and found attractive for emotional things I can provide, not physical, you know. And like the amount of like blank profiles that I've had messaging me with like the craziest things. I might do a separate video talking about it, only because I haven't got the screenshots present. But yeah, no, fetishism is alive and real, and it is terrifying. So I feel like for a person of colour who may be watching this who's young, I don't want you to have to go through that traumatic exposure, because it makes me feel reluctant now to using apps, you know, and it makes me feel reluctant to also actively dating non-people of color, because in my head I think, oh my god, does everyone have the same mindset? Low key, I know they don't, but it's just a paranoia thing, and it's quite hard to get out of that mindset. But I'm conscious of that. But yeah, fetishism is alive and it is real, child. So a lot of older men actively look on the app for younger boys. I think this is a massive problem, because realistically, and I've had this before, like when I was like 18, I would have boys slash not even boys, I'd have men who were like 30 plus asking to me. Thankfully, I'm probably more what's the word, wise beyond my years, and I'm very aware that like those gaps, especially when I'm 18 and they're like at least 15 years over, are just wrong. I think when I was 18, I had one encounter with someone that was like 26, 25, 26, 25, which personally I still think is wrong. You know, I'm 24. I would never actively do anything with an 18-year-old. I don't think, no, I don't think it would, personally, I don't think I could do it. I think, and I'm also very conscious of the fact that 18-year-olds look really young, because they are. Do you mean they don't look like adults, they look like children. So that's, yeah. But no, I feel, yeah, a lot of older men actively look for younger boys, and it makes you kind of think, because I feel like with people like that who are actively looking for people significantly younger, it makes you think, well, what's wrong with you? Do you know what's wrong with you? Because realistically, there must be a reason as to why you can't get people your own age, and it's a power dynamic. People that are younger genuinely have less experience, less exposure to issues, therefore they don't know. Well, they don't know how to deal with certain situations. So there are times where an older man could be taking advantage of a younger boy, but that younger boy hasn't had that experience, therefore they don't know any better, and they think this is the norm. And older men, they know that, and they take advantage of that, and then this persists consistently, and which is why they will continue to date younger men. There's actually, I was having a meeting with someone the other day, and they were telling me about how there's someone very high in power in the LGBT community in London who is very old and will actively have teenage boyfriends. But hey, we all know who it is, but I ain't going to be one to name drop. But that's for another day. Okay, point 4. Not everyone is who they say they are. This is a massive... Catfishing is alive and real. Like it's very, very scary. There was actually someone who I was like in a situationship with recently, and I knew the layout of his account, so I knew it was him. And this was a black person, and they actually sent me like nudes from like a white boy, and to have that on tap is still a bit strange. But I'm very conscious about how like we've all become so insecure and so I don't know, have quite a lot of low self-esteem. I can understand why people can do it sometimes, but then again, I don't know, I feel like honesty is the best policy, and I feel like the longevity just doesn't, I mean, there is no longevity. But yeah, not everyone says who they think, and that's not even necessarily catfishing. It could also be, but again, it could be about lying about your age, lying about your name. I've lied about my name. on Grindr. Just because where I live, the community is very small and people talk. I've spoken to people on Grindr about other people on Grindr, and I know what people are like. But yeah, no, age, name, job, all sorts of things, and I guess nobody really owes anything to you, telling you who they really are. But like, if you're trying to find something real, maybe the app isn't the right thing for you. It's not the right thing for me. It's taken me 6 years. Oh my god, it's 6 years. What the hell? It's taken me 6 years to actually realize the app's not for me. And the last point, the app can be addictive. Like the app. I feel like I can only talk from my own experience, because do you know what, really interesting? I thought Grindr was like the norm for a lot of people, but like I've noticed, because I live in Gloucestershire, and a lot of my queer, particularly queer black friends, live in London, and a lot of them have said to me they don't have it because the space and the scene there is so diverse and so big. It's quite easy to meet people out and about, whereas where I'm from, it's not necessarily the case. And but yeah, I think the app can be addictive in the sense that like you found someone you like, you message them hoping for a response, you then get excited when you get the response from them, and like you also get excited by notifications, whether that's messages from other people who you may have not messaged if they hadn't messaged you first. Taps back and forth, and I feel like it's also a thing where we want the immediate effects from it, whether that's an immediate response, an immediate meet, and I feel like this can also take time away from other important things like work, seeing friends and family, prioritizing other things, because I feel like the way that it sucks you in and the way that it notifies you and the way that you get alerted quite instantly, quite easily hours can go by and you have literally like 2-3 hours later and it's like, oh my god, no way have I spent this long doing it. But yeah, I feel like, and obviously I think it's important to mention, like, there are some benefits to the app. Like, the app's not a complete like Neanderthal, like I've had some really good platonic friendships from Grindr. 2 of my bestest friends are from Grindr. I think there are rare cases when you can meet someone in a romantic setting and you can and I think if you have those arrangements where you go on a date first to go for a walk, I just feel like the biggest red flag with this app is being invited to someone's house from the first conversation, or vice versa. I feel like there are ways around it. My success rate just may not necessarily be as good as everyone else's. Sorry, the bin man's coming past, and I think I'm going to look a bit weird filming here. But yeah, no, I think it depends on the individual, but overall I do think there are more dangers and more risks and consequences than not. But hey, like, I'm open for conversation and debate, so maybe I've got it wrong. I don't know. Yeah, no, because I made a massive thing about deleting the app. I think I deleted it. Well, we're in September. I deleted it last October for quite a few months, and then I re-downloaded a couple of months ago. But then I deleted it last week because I thought, we're done. But no, I feel good about it. Right, because I think the bin men are going to come and make this video really loud, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. If you've made it all the way through, fair play to you. Big up yourself. As you've made it this far, you may as well like, comment and subscribe. I'm trying to do like more commentary stuff, so if anyone's got any ideas for what I should talk about, please be my guest and let me know what I should say. But yeah, and I also have a podcast as well, so if you want to check it out, it'll be in the podcast section of this channel. I don't know why I pointed like I'm going to like point a thing, that's not going to happen. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. That was such a bad wink. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. If I could erase that, I would. Right, okay. Bye.